ground ball up the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Saturday morning from Enderlin. This is the Region 1 Baseball Tournament here today as we have the semifinals. The winner of this contest between Fargo, Oak Grove, and Central Cass moves into the championship upcoming on Monday. The loser of this game will play an elimination game on Monday. The one thing for both of these teams, though, they are advancing another day regardless of a win or a loss here this morning into the afternoon. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. Fargo Oak Grove, the number 5 seed, upended the Oaks Tornadoes 3-2 to start things off on Thursday. Jonathan Ashe went 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven in that contest. And for the Grovers as well, picking up the win was Grayson Doctor, going 5 1/3, striking out 6 with 4 walks, 4 hits, and no runs against here for Fargo Oak Grove. And the Grovers upended the Kindred Richland Vikings 5-3. Mason Hermstead was a problem at the plate for the Vikings. He went 4 for 4 as a run driven in, 3 singles, and a double for Hermstead in that game. The Grovers went at 5-3. Cameron Liebel came in relief, went 5 1/3 for Fargo Oak Grove to pick up the win for the Grovers. That's how Oak Grove got here for the Central Cass Squirrels. The same thing as the Grovers. They won 2 games. They defeated the Enderlin Eagles 17-7 in 5 in that contest. They were able to hit a couple of home runs, a solo shot from Braden Mitchell, a Carter Maggio 2-run homer, and a solo home run from Eli Boer in that 17-7 win. And then they upended Northern Cass 8-5, scoring 5 runs in the 3rd and 3 runs in the 7th. The go-ahead and eventually game-winning hit was by Mitchell with a 2-run homer in the top of the 7th for the Central Cass Squirrels. Carter Maggio, Owen Cates went 7 innings of work. Cates was able to go 4 innings, giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, while Carter Maggio gave up 2 hits and 3 innings of work for the Central Cass Squirrels. So that's how we got here today. When we take a quick break, when we come back after this, we'll look at our matchups, all 4 of them on yourliveevent.com. A reminder as well, the Region 1 Baseball Tournament, Region 1 Softball Tournament, Region 2 Baseball and Softball, all on yourliveevent.com throughout the day. So make sure you stay tuned and check out all the action that's going on in both Kindred for Region 1 Softball, Thompson for Region 2 Softball, and Mayville for Region 2 Baseball. We're back after this on our Irie Insurance pregame show as we'll take a look at what happened on Thursday one more time and then put a bow on that and get you set for what we have coming up today from Enderlin on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, both teams have taken the infield, so we'll get to the starting lineups here in a moment as well. Before the first pitch from Hendrickson Field here in Enderlin, North Dakota, I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes today here in Enderlin. Sunny skies and no clouds or haze in the air compared to what we had back on Thursday, where it was hazy with those Alberta wildfires making their way through here in this contest. Calling balls and strikes today behind home plate for this first game will be Cal Hamry, and then also with him will be Pat Adair up the third base line, and then Gareth Hansen will be at first base here for game number 1 here between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Today, after this contest concludes, 3 straight elimination games. Oaks going up against Northern Cass. Oaks, the 4 seed, lost by 1 to Fargo Oak Grove. And then Northern Cass, they lost by 3 to Central Cass. That's at 1. And then Kindred Richland will play Enderlin at 3 o'clock. The number 1 overall seed Vikings got upset by Fargo Oak Grove 5-3, while for Enderlin they lost in 5 innings 17-7 against the Central Cass Squirrels. So the winner of Oaks and Northern Cass plays the winner of Kindred Richland and Enderlin later on again for an elimination game. That'll be roughly at 5 o'clock. So this game will go at the top of the hour. Oaks and Northern Cass to follow roughly at 1. Kindred Richland and Enderlin will follow roughly at 3. And then the final elimination game of the day will be roughly again at 5 o'clock. And then our coverage will move to wherever the highest seed is remaining. Kindred Richland can still host on Monday, but they need to win 2 games. Northern Cass can host as long as Kindred Richland does not advance to Monday, and they do. Central Cass can host if Northern Cass and Kindred Richland both lose in an elimination game at some point today. So the top 3 seeds all still have a chance to potentially host moving forward. It's just everyone has a little bit different of a variation as this one comes through. We'll take a quick break. When we come back on our Irie Insurance pregame show, the starting lineups and the first pitch is around the corner. This is the Region 1 Baseball Tournament, brought to you in part with the Board of Directors here of Region 1 and also the North Dakota High School Activities Association on your live event.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
As we take a look here with the starting lineups, first for the visiting Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, Cameron Liebel, the senior third baseman, 3 of 8 so far in this tournament. Grayson Doctor, the sophomore shortstop, is also 3 of 8 with 3 runs scored. Mason Hermstead, the senior catcher, followed by Trey Hatfield, the senior pitcher. Ashley batting 5th, the senior center fielder, with Jake Ring batting 6th, the junior second baseman. Zach Winter is the freshman designated hitter, followed by Jesse Peterson, Noah Meidinger, and then Jack Dietz. So Liebel, Dr. Hermstead, Hatfield, Ashley, Ring, Winter, Peterson, the senior left fielder, and Meidinger, the freshman right fielder, with Dietz, the sophomore first baseman here for Fargo Oak Grove. The Grovers on the season, 7 wins and 8 losses, head coached by Justin Petrick. For the Central Cass Squirrels, no go like this. Logan Broughton, the junior left fielder. Sam Converbig, the senior second baseman. Braden Mitchell, the junior catcher. Carter Verkota, the junior shortstop. Carter Manjo, the junior shortstop. Carter Verkota, the junior center fielder, batting 5th. Joe Shoemaker, the senior designated hitter. Followed by that, Eli Boer, the junior third baseman, batting 7th. Cole Holzer, the junior first baseman, 8th. And then Mason Bussey, the senior right fielder, is batting 9th. And Jackson Parker is on the mound today here for the Central Cass Squirrels as they're under the guidance of head coach Justin Maggio. So again, Broughton, Converbig, Mitchell, Maggio, Verkota, Shoemaker, Boer, Holzer, Bussey, and Parker. We'll take one more break. We're back after this with the first pitch from Enderlin on your live event.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on a wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Here's it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. Irie Insurance. Contact your local Irie Insurance agent for upcoming hail policies to protect your crop. Again, go to Irie Insurance at irieins.com. These two teams met last season in the Region 1 baseball tournament. Central Cass defeated Fargo Oak Grove in the second round game, 14-4 in 6 innings, eventually leading to Central Cass going on to win the Region 1 baseball tournament. For Fargo Oak Grove, after that game, they were able to upend the Bull Stars, then fall by a run to Northern Cass in an elimination game later on in the tournament. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here. This is a gorgeous day here today in Enderlin. 65 degrees, is currently 62 degrees, currently sunny skies. First pitch coming up, and we're going to be right on schedule for you here on yourliveevent.com between the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers and the Central Cass Squirrels. The Grovers are going to be the visitors. Central Cass is the home team. This one is fouled off by Liebel, and we have our first strike and first pitch at 10:58 as we get this one ready to go. Liebel, 3 of 8 with 2 runs scored so far here for the Grovers. That'll miss for a ball at 1-1. Liebel, the senior third baseman here, came on and in relief against Kindred Richland, and he was our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Also what he did at the plate against the Vikings, 2 for 4 with a run scored, as well as this one is fouled back. That'll be 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. As throughout today, we expect it to get a little bit warmer, a little bit nicer compared to Thursday, where throughout the day it got a little windier and a little colder here in Enderlin. Some of these guys coming off a very busy day yesterday, too, as part of that state Southeast region track and field meet. Here's the 2-2 offering on the way. The pitch. That'll miss for a ball now at 3-2. Jackson Parker again on the mound for Central Cass with Mitchell behind the plate. And very first batter here in Liebel works the count full against Parker. And that one will be a walk. So a good battle won by Liebel here. He'll draw the first base runner here for Fargo Oak Grove.
Now batting the shortstop, Grayson Doctor.
And then Doctor will be able to come up now for the sophomore shortstop. As again, the runner at first base being held on by Holzer. Comervig at second. Maggio at short. In on the grass at third is Eli Boer here as the pitch. This will be in there for a strike now at 0-1. Doctor 3 of 8 with 3 runs scored for the sophomore shortstop here for Fargo Oak Grove as the Grovers are out in their dark uniforms. Runners in a stay put. This one swung on and missed at 0-2. Black uniforms with that maroon with Grovers on the front with the maroon lettering for Central Cass out in their white bottoms, white tops with the side of the arms in red with the red numerals as well. This one swung on and foul tipped in for a strike. Grayson Doctor will be out on 3 pitches, and Jackson Parker picks up his first strikeout. Broughton, Dakota, and Bussey in left, center, and right here today for Central Cass at 10-6 on the season. Fargo Oak Grove stands at 7-8. Coming into the plate will be Mason Hermstead. This one will be low for a ball now at 1-1 for the senior third baseman. So Mason Hermstead, 4 for 4 in the win against the Kindred Richland Vikings with 1 extra base hit. Liebel takes his lead, stays put. That'll be out of the zone now. 2-0 upcoming here with Mason Hermstead. After Hermstead, it's Hatfield, Ashe, and Ring here for Fargo Oak Grove through the heart of the order. As Jackson Parker looks back the runner at first. Liebel stays put. That'll be out of the zone now. And a good job by Mason, not really going outside of anything that has been near the zone to work a 3-ball count. We'll see if he gets the green light. 3-0, gonna miss for a ball, and it's a 4-pitch walk. So Parker now finding himself a little bit of trouble. As now you're gonna have Trey Hatfield stepping up to the plate. As now you're going to have a courtesy runner coming on here for Fargo Oak Grove as Nestler will come on to courtesy run. So Liebel will be at second base with Nestler now at first. And for Fargo Oak Grove, they're threatening here in the first inning. Something they did against Oaks and the Kindred Richland Vikings. The Grovers got out in front and never relinquished the lead. Able to draw first one in the 4th inning against Oaks. Then score 3 runs against the Vikings as Parker to Hatfield here, and we're going to have a balk called. So a balk will be called here. Runners will be in scoring position now as Liebel will scamper down to third base and Nestler will go to second as a balk will be called here. And here comes the pitch on the way from Parker. So right here the Grovers looking to pounce on the Squirrels. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Hatfield. Make the count 0-1. For Hatfield, 3 of 8 in this tournament so far with a run scored and a run driven in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. But the Grovers, again, 3 runs against Kindred Richland in the first inning, never relinquished the lead, and then they were able to score a run in the 4th and 2 runs in the 5th against Oaks and get up by 3. That'll miss for a ball. Now make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. After Hatfield, it's Ashe, and Ashe was large in their win against Oaks, driving in all 3 runs. Runner at third base is Liebel. Nestler at second. Infield playing in. The pitch. That'll be strike 3 looking. That'll be the second strikeout here for Parker. So far for Parker, it's been every other. A walk, a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. We'll see if that continues here as the Grovers with Ashe, the senior center fielder, digs into the plate now here for Fargo Oak Grove. Outfield playing straight away. The same with the infield here. The pitch. This one is popped up, and that'll be well out of play. We'll keep it at 0-1. As digging back in here is going to be Parker against Ashe. The pitch. That'll be out of the glove of Mitchell, but not far for Liebel to scamper down the third base line as we'll have it at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the way here between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Here's the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone, now at 2-1. As Parker, he steps on the mound here. Here's the 2-1 offering. That'll miss, and all of a sudden now Ashley in a hitter's count, but as we've seen from Parker, been effectively wild, I guess is the best way to say it, with a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts. Looking to find the zone, but not put anything out there for Ashley to maybe drive somewhere. And the pitch. This one going to be foul, tipped into the glove of Mitchell. And now all of a sudden Parker is one good pitch from getting out of this particular jam here in the top of the first inning. Jace Miller, Joey Hughes with you here in Enderlin Region 1 Baseball Semifinals. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, and that'll retire the side. Parker strikes out the side, leaves 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. On our Bank North scoreboard, the Squirrels coming to the plate first for the first time next on your liveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
So for Jackson, Parker throws 23 pitches, but he strikes out the side and leaves 2 runners on as well. So fortunate there for Fargo Oak Grove that they did not. Unfortunate there for Oak Grove, but if you're the Central Cass Squirrels, you'll take it. Logan Broughton, Sam Covervig, and Braden Mitchell, the top of the order here for Central Cass, going up against, again, Trey Hatfield. Hatfield, 85 pitches so far that he's thrown. You get 135 in the tournament, so he'll have 60 left, and then he'll be all done. And for these coaches and these teams, it's all about piecemealing everything together. And talking with coaches, they've just said it from years in and years out with how this tournament is formatted. Just don't get in the loser's bracket. If you don't have to worry about in the loser's bracket, then all of a sudden you can put yourself in pretty good situation. Sometimes you maybe save your best pitcher for this day or a little bit later on. But it's all about finding a way to get to Monday and just have a chip, chair, and a chance, if you will, here on the baseball diamond. So Logan Broughton, the junior left fielder, digs in. First pitch, swinging, look out, as that one nearly took out the popcorn stand up the third base line. 0-1. Broughton, Covervig, and Mitchell, followed by Majo, Dakota, Shoemaker, Boer, Holzer, and Bussey. Here is your 9 in the batting order. This one swung on and missed. It's now going to be 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Logan Broughton. Trey Hatfield with Hermstead behind the plate. Here's the 0-2 offering. This one going to miss for a ball at 1-2. Liebel at third with Doctor at short, Ring at second, and Dietz at first. Meininger in right, Ashe in center, and Peterson in left field for the Grovers. The pitch is going to be hit in the air, and that one's going to be over the shortstop, Doctor, and that'll be a one-out base knock here for Logan Broughton, or an opening base knock here for Broughton, who's now 2 of 5 today here in this Region 1 baseball tournament, 2 for 5. As Sam Covervig here, the senior second baseman. 3 runs driven in so far for Sam. He's 1 of 7 from the plate. As you'll have Broughton being held on by Dietz right now. Hatfield will look back at the runner. The pitch. Covervig looks to bunt as he does up the first base line. Is it's going to roll, but foul. Just kept on rolling and rolling and rolling, and no one was going to pick it up because they wanted it to be a foul ball. And Sam Convervig almost snuck on at first base because of it. So we'll have a strike here to Convervig. It'll make it now 0-1. After that, then, with Braden Mitchell and some power here for the Central Cass Squirrels in their lineup, as we've seen already. 4 home runs hit by Central Cass here in this Region 1 tournament. The pitch, looking to bunt again. Hatfield able to come across. We'll go to Ring covering as you have Dietz at first base coming down the line. So 1-4 on the put-up. Broughton goes up to second base. It'll be a sacrifice bunt here for Quabervig and a quality out as well. So stepping in now will be Braden Mitchell as Hatfield. We'll have to work just as Jackson Parker did in the top half of the first with a runner in scoring position. Swung on and missed with Mitchell, now 0-1. Biggest thing here for either of these two teams is you can kind of play loose today. Yeah, if you win, you get to the championship on Monday, but if you lose, your season is not done. The next 3 games, if you lose for the teams playing, your season will be all said and done. As diving back is going to be Broughton. So you win, you're 1 more win away to going to Minot. You lose, then you'll have to win 2 games, 1 on Monday, and then another on Monday to try to force a double elimination game in the title on Tuesday. If you lose this game, you'll play at 5 o'clock on Monday in an elimination game, then play in championship game number 1 after that. If you win this game, you play at roughly 7 o'clock on Monday. Location to be determined as this was fouled back. Central Cass can still host on Monday, but they'll need a lot of things to go right. Number 1, they'll need Kindred Richland and Northern Cass to both lose. That's what they're going to need to host. If one of those teams advances to Monday, it'll either go to Kindred Richland or to Northern Cass, as this was to the backstop, now 2-2. Kindred Richland can still host with 2 wins in the elimination round. The same for Northern Cass. If they win their 2 games, they would then host. Central Cass looking to have both of those 2 teams lose at some point, as this is going to be hit up the right field line, and this will be a foul ball, and we'll keep it at 2-2. What Central Cass is hoping for is, regardless of what happens in this game, is if Kindred Richland were to lose in one of their 2 games upcoming, potentially 2, one with Enderlin. If they win, they would play a second. Same for Northern Cass. They go up against Oaks next. If they both lose at some point during those games, and the Squirrels could host. Here's the pitch. This would be out of the zone and make the count full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count with a runner in scoring position, and Broughton is Hatfield with a payoff. This is going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to be to the shortstop, Doctor. Doctor flips it across, 6-3 on the putout for the second out here. So nice play on the way for Doctor. Just seeing that one come into the glove nicely. Another productive out, though, for Central Cass after a leadoff single with Broughton. He's now at third base, and it comes down to Carter Maggio here. Carter Maggio, the junior shortstop, batting cleanup. 1 of 7 so far in the tournament with 2 runs driven in and a couple of runs scored. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now at 0-1. So Hatfield trying to do what Parker did in the top half of the inning, strand a runner at third base. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way to Maggio. Breaking ball, that's going to be hit, and it's a 3 grounder right to Doctor. Goes 6-3, and the Grovers get out of a little bit of the jam here as well in the bottom of the first inning on our Bank North scoreboard. No runs, a leadoff single goes awry, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're scoreless after 1. It's the Region 1 Baseball Tournament on your liveevent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
As we get to our out-of-town scoreboard in the Region 1 softball tournament, it's Hankinson Co-op 8, the Enderlin Eagles 4. That's in the top of the 6th inning. Enderlin right now, though, has a leadoff double to open up that particular contest. The Region 2 softball tournament going on between Thompson and Midway Minto. The Thompson Tommies ended up picking up the victory as they were out in front and won 16-0 over Midway Minto. And then up in Region 2 for baseball right now, Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Maple River. The Burros lead Maple River 6-0 in the 4th inning. So that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here in Region 1, and also that's going on YourLiveEvent.com, as this will be in for a ball to Dakota, who's 2 for 7 so far here in the tournament with a run driven in and a walk here for the junior center fielder. For Dakota, it is Jake Ring, Winter, and Peterson. Dakota coming up here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. So right now, Parker going up against Ring, who is also 2 for 7 in this tournament. And so far, that'll be outside for a ball, and the count will be 2 balls and 1 strike on the way here to Ring. So Ring, Winter, and Peterson. Oak Grove looking for their first hit off of Parker. That'll miss. Now 3-1 after 2 walks and 3 strikeouts for Parker. Went to 23 pitches in that 1st inning, and now he's at pitch count at 28 with this one. Check swing. Yes, he did go through the zone. Now at 3-2, and as we mentioned, it's effectively wild so far here for Parker, but that can be an all right thing. The 3-2, that'll miss, and it's a 6-pitch walk. So the 4th free pass here on the mound, and for the 2nd straight inning, it's a leadoff walk here for the Grovers. Leadoff walks normally come back to hot, but fortunately for the Central Cass Squirrels, it did not happen that way in the 1st. If you're Oak Grove, encouraging things, and we'll see what they do at the bottom of the lineup with the freshman DH in Zach Winter. Winter digs in, the runner stays put, swung on and miss. And one thing about Winter, he is going to, when he swings, he's going to at least give it his all. As you see him coming through the zone, if he connects, he'll hit a liner somewhere. As that comes in, runner is going to be caught in a rundown here as they go back to Holzer instead of going to the shortstop with their second baseman on the throw for Mitchell. So it's going to be a stolen base for Ring as he gets into scoring position. Ring took a couple hard steps, faked that he was going to go, and then all of a sudden paused. And by the time he paused, Mitchell went to Holzer the short way to see that if the runner was going to come back. But by the time the throw came, all of a sudden Ring went to second base, and Holzer just unable to really pirouette and throw that ball around, as this will miss outside for a ball here to Winter. So for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, 1 ball, 2 strike count here to Winter, and Parker will be looking for strikeout. This one fouled back, and he'll be looking for a potential strikeout here, trying to get to his 3rd strikeout. He has 3 walks, that is, so far. A walk, K-walk, KK, and a walk. So far, the Grovers have yet to put a ball in play against Parker, and the pitch, as this is going to be popped up and behind and out of play here in Hendrickson Field, and we'll keep it at that as well. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors providing coverage here of the Region 1 Baseball Tournament, including our scoreboard, Bank North, as they offer the perfect sync for your busy life with their online banking. Go to ibanknorth.com. Swung on and missed, and Parker gets the strikeout. So 4 outs, all via the K and all via strike 3 swinging. As now you'll have Jesse Peterson, the senior left fielder, digging in here for the Grovers. Peterson 0 for 6 in the tournament for the senior left fielder. Runner at second is Ring, and the pitch. Check swing, doesn't matter. That was in the zone for a strike now at 0-1. Something we didn't see on Thursday was the shadows here at Hendrickson Field. We saw the sun that came on very late in the day. It's now 0-2, so a little bit different of story for a pop-up or a high fly ball that folks will have to contend with in the infield and the outfield. The 0-2 pitch swung on and miss, and it's strikeout number 5 for Parker. 2 down now here for Central Cass, but the Grovers have that leadoff runner at second base, looking to bring him in with the number 9 batter in Noah Meininger. Meininger 1 of 5 in the tournament with a walk and a run scored here as Ring takes his lead. And this one going to be swung on and miss, and right now Parker starting to find a little bit of a rhythm on the mound here for Central Cass. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, going to find the zone. Mitchell doesn't have to move much behind it, and it's a strike. If you can hit the mitt and don't have to really move it too much, the umpire's going to give you the benefit of the doubt more times than not. The 0-2 pitch, that'll be out of the zone at 1-2. Whether you're working in, maybe you're looking a little bit farther out. As Parker, one good strike away, one good pitch away from getting out of the inning. The pitch swung on and missed, and that'll retire the side. And for back-to-back innings, Jackson Parker fans the side here for Fargo Oak Grove. No runs, there was no hits, no errors, and one runner left on base. An inning and a half complete here in Enderlin. We're scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Central Cass and Fargo Oak Grove. So the first time through the order for Jackson Parker, he stranded 3 runners. So far it's been 3 walks against him and 6 strikeouts. On the opposite side here for the Central Cass Squirrels, they'll be looking for their second hit against Trey Hatfield. Hatfield was able to work around a leadoff single with Broughton, a sacrifice bunt with Covervig, and then a pair of groundouts to Doctor at short in the bottom half of the first inning. As right now it's Dakota, Shoemaker, and Eli Boer here stepping up for the Central Cass Squirrels. So 5, 6, and 7. Here's the pitch on the way from Hatfield. This is going to be hit up the third base line. A good job by his fielding position of Coach Dustin Maggio on the third base box up the line, able to take that one and bring it in and give it to Hatfield. Here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming righty-righty matchup. That'll run in for a ball. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to the man on the mound with Hatfield going up against Dakota, the junior center fielder. Dakota 2 of 7 so far here in this tournament, has drawn a walk in game number 3 now for Central Cass and Fargo Oak Grove here in this tournament, now 1-2. Both the 1 and 2 seeds will have to come through the elimination bracket. The same for the 6th seed in the Enderlin Eagles and alongside the 4 seed of the Oaks Tornadoes. Here's the 1-2 offering from Hatfield. That'll be in the dirt. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. For our next 2 games, it's about winning twice here today in Enderlin to keep your season alive. You got to win 1 to get to the nightcap later tonight. The off-speed pitch is going to be hit on the ground. This could be a difficult play. Dr. Fields flips, and it's going to be an infield single on the way for Carter Dakota, who uses that speed for another leadoff single here for the Central Cass Squirrels. So back-to-back innings for Central Cass as they will have a leadoff man aboard, as now we're going to be Joe Shoemaker here, the senior designated hitter, 2 of 8 with 3 runs scored so far for Joe. And after a sacrifice bunt in the first, we're looking at a sacrifice bunt here, but that'll be foul back. Now it'll be 0-1. And we've seen the Squirrels really use the small ball to their effectiveness throughout this particular region tournament, where we've seen, obviously, the home runs be part of their game, but we've also seen at particular times their ability to use the bunt to their advantage and try to move runners around. Maybe it's a wild pitch or a pass ball with that bunt to move guys up 90 feet. The pitch, it's going to be bunted, and again, it will be foul, and it'll be 0-2. So Joe will have to fall behind the count now, battle against Trey Hatfield. So far, 1 inning of work, 2 hits against, no walks and no strikeouts. Different how a pitcher, again, can work between these two with Parker and Hatfield. Parker has 3 walks and 6 strikeouts through 2 innings, while Hatfield so far has 2 hits against, no walks and no strikeouts. The pitch, as right when Hatfield went to throw, you heard the train engine come across. Kind of almost one of those things where the fire alarm would go off if you're at the free throw line. 1 ball, 2 strikes with the rail yard here in Enderlin. Here's the 1-2 offering. Runner's going to go. This one is going to be fouled up the third base dugout. As an opportunity there for Dakota to try to get into scoring position. Northern Cass has made their way down. The Oaks Tornadoes as well will be playing next after the conclusion of this game, as they're getting into the batting cages here. Here's the 1-2. This is going to be hit on the ground, and a chance for 2. It takes a big hop. Here's the throw, not going to be in time. So coming on there, it's going to hit Doctor, and with that, that would be an E6 on that particular play. And it's a tough one to mark as an E6 because it kind of hit the lip, if you will, and then shot up, but it was a chance and it hit him. So you're going to have Dakota now at second. Joe's going to be at first. Really good play, though, by Ring to keep that one in front of him and have a chance to even throw out the runner at first base. Here's the bunt. Hatfield will come in, look for the lead man. The throw, did they get him? Yes, they did. Nice looking whip around play by Hatfield to Liebel, and Dakota by a bang play at third is retired. So Shoemaker will go to second base. Eli will reach on the fielder's choice. Really nice looking play by Hatfield to glove, spin, and throw, and he threw a P to Liebel as Dakota was hustling to try to get to third. So now 1 down here in the second. This one's going to be in there for a strike at 0-1 to Cole Holzer. Holzer 0 for 3 for the junior first baseman. Runner at first is Eli. Runner at second is Joe. Hatfield trying to work out of a jam here in the second. This is going to be popped up and playable. Hatfield's going to call everybody off. That is the infield fly, and now it will be 2 outs. So 2 down here, and Hatfield is 1 good pitch away from working out of a jam here in the second inning, as Mason Bussey, the number 9 batter, 3 of 5 in this tournament so far. He's been a table setter with 3 runs scored and a walk here for Central Cass, as the Canadian Pacific makes its way through Enderlin. This is going to be hit on the ground right up the middle. It's a C&I single. Rounding third, on his way home is Shoemaker. Here's a bobble throw in center field. They come on in, and it's going to be an RBI single on the way for Bussey, and then runners will move up an extra 90 feet on the air in center. It's now 1-0 in favor of the Central Cass Squirrels. So Joe comes in to score. Eli Boer goes from first to third. Bussey goes from home to second. A single with a run driven in, and then there was an error on the bobble there in center field. So that'll be the second error of the inning here against Fargo Oak Grove. Off-speed pitch to Broughton. He'll now be 1-0 here to Logan Broughton. So drawing first blood on our Bank North scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels. As we mentioned, productive number 9 hitter Mason Bussey adds to it as this one is foul back. Now be 1-1. So Bussey with the run driven in here in the bottom of the second. And now all of a sudden for Trey Hatfield, some pitches starting to mount. He came in the day with 85. You can throw up to 135 in a tournament. This one foul back, so every foul ball, every particular ball that you can take against Hatfield would chase one of the pitchers for Oak Grove to be done today, but also going into Monday for Coach Petrick and Fargo Oak Grove. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch, hit on a line, and this is going to be right high Lebo. One run comes in, a second run with Mason Bussey comes in. It's a 2 RBI single here on the way for Logan Broughton, and the Squirrels have added on. Now it's 3-0 Central Cass. So coming in to score again is going to be Eli Boer. Bussey comes in to score as well. Bottom of the lineup doing the job here and picking each other up with 2 outs. Logan Broughton with his second hit and also 2 runs driven in now as Covervig will come up. And Broughton's going to go. He's going on a stolen base, and he's going to get second, and then he'll stay put there. So Broughton will get the stolen base on the way for Central Cass as well. 1-0 is the count to Sam Covervig with a sacrifice bunt so far here for the Squirrels. So a Bussey and a Broughton able to do some damage here for Central Cass as this one's foul back now 1-1. Batter number 6 here, making number 7 for the Squirrels here in this inning against Trey Hatfield. Right now the Squirrels so far in this inning, they have 3 hits. They've taken advantage of a couple of errors as well. And the pitch, that'll miss. Now 2-1. Started with a leadoff single by Dakota. Joe Shoemaker was able to reach base on an error by Doctor. Fielder's choice, Eli Boer was able to reach as Dakota was gunned down at third on the bunt opportunity. Off-speed pitch is going to be hit on the ground. That goes to Doctor at short. Doctor comes across, and this will be a throwing error. Coming in to score is going to be Logan Broughton, and Covervig will make his way to second base as that one goes out of the field of play. So Broughton comes in. From there, you have Sam Covervig reaching on an E6, the 3rd error of the inning, and now all of a sudden it's 4-0 in favor of Central Cass. So the run comes in for Broughton, as that'll be a error on the play. And now it's Braden Mitchell, and Mitchell's got power here for the junior catcher. 0 for 1 today with a ground out to Doctor. He hits one, and this is going to be backhanded by Doctor to keep it on the infield and just kind of eat it. Doctor looked to see if he can maybe get the lead runner with Liebel at third, but instead looked back to first with Dietz, and he said, you know what, instead of just making another error potentially, it's a difficult play that deep in the hole as well. Your best bet's to try to get maybe Covervig at second, but instead it's going to be an infield base knock here for Mitchell. Covervig gets to third, and now the Squirrels have batted around here in the bottom of the second inning. As Carter Maggio, the junior shortstop, can really open the game up now for Central Cass with so far 4 runs across here in the second. Runners at the corners. Here's the throw to second. That's going to be a stolen base on the way here for the Squirrels with Cooper Johnson coming on as the courtesy runner, as Johnson will now be in second base with Covervig at third. Here's the pitch on the way to Maggio. This is going to be hit, and Doctor has another chance. He backhands it, goes across, and 6-3 to retire the side, and Central Cass here in the bottom of the second. But 4 runs come across on our Bank North scoreboard. It's the Squirrels with the lead. The Grovers coming to the plate next on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Central Cass bats around in the second inning, and in doing so scores 4 runs with 4 hits, all via the single variety as well. There were 3 Oak Grove errors and 2 runners left on base, but at the end of the day, the damage is done for the Squirrels, and the Squirrels took advantage of 3 errors in the 5th inning against Northern Cass in their 8-5 win, where they scored 5 runs on just 1 hit. 3 errors and 2 runners left on base. First pitch swinging is Cameron Liebel, and speaking of an error, well, here we go again. This one will be with Maggio, and Cameron Liebel is able to get aboard here to start things off in the 3rd. One thing the Grovers have done well, leadoff batter has gotten on. Liebel with a walk, Ring with a walk, and now Liebel on the air able to get to first. So if you're Oak Grove, when do you capitalize on a leadoff man getting aboard? As this will be a breaking ball in there for a strike to Doctor. So far, Parker, 2 innings of work, no hits against him. That one was the first ball that was actually put in play here for the Grovers. The pitch, bunt. This would be foul back now. It's going to be 0-2 as Fargo Oak Grove will be having a bullpen session with a player starting to warm up down the left field line. We'll get to who that is in a moment after the pitch. This is going to be hit in the air, and that's going to be to right. A chance there is Bussey, and Bussey does a really good job able to see that one turn him around. He's able to get the out here for Central Cass, but a couple nice times through the lineup the second time here for the Grovers. Able to see Parker and put back-to-back batters, able to put a ball in play. As we'll have the runner at first again in Liebel. The pitch, that'll be in there for a strike at 0-1 for Fargo Oak Grove here. You'll have Jake Ring warming up in the bullpen here for Fargo Oak Grove. This will miss for a ball at 1-1. So far for Ring, he has yet to pitch. Dr. Hatfield and Liebel have pitched so far here for the Grovers. The pitch. This is going to be hit high in the air. A chance. Mason Bussey scampers back, and he's able to grab that one as well. So Bussey, right in front of that scoreboard, has been busy here at Hendrickson Field in this top of the 3rd inning. A couple flyouts. That one more hit on a line drive variety, but Bussey's been busy again with the wind kind of blowing more in so far today here from Hendrickson Field. On Thursday, more from right to left. Now blowing in a little bit more from center here in Enderlin. Trey Hatfield 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. This is going to be hit high in the air, but a chance for Broughton. And Broughton will come in 1 pitch, 1 out. 3 flyouts to retire the side, and the Grovers here, no runs, no hits on an error, and 1 runner left on base. 2.5 complete here in Enderlin. It's 4-0 in favor of Central Cass.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Jackson Parker here for the Central Cass Squirrels. 3 innings of work, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, no hits. He has stranded 4 Grover runners today. 50 pitches so far through 3 innings of work here for Jackson Parker. For the Central Cass Squirrels, Trey Hatfield for Fargo Oak Grove has gone 2 innings so far, and he just has, again, 10 pitches left before he is done here in the tournament. 85 pitches for Hatfield that he threw on Thursday, 40 so far here today. And right now it's about finding outs and getting outs as Ring was warming up in between. He's at second, so once Hatfield's done, Petrick will have to make a pitching change. And if you're the Squirrels right now, you can be pretty selective, but they'll go first pitch swinging. That one's going to be hit, a short fly ball to center. Oh, what a nice flying play by Ashe, as we'll have a fly out here to center. So Dakota is retired here. 1 pitch, and Fargo Oak Grove will say thank you very much, because sometimes you might get a bat that goes 10 pitches. So now Hatfield's down to 9 left with Joe Shoemaker so far able to reach base on an error in the second. Came in to score as well for Central Cass. This one is going to be hit on the ground. Another 1 pitch, 1 out opportunity. Liebel pops and throws. That's an 5-3, and now it's Eli Boer. So for Central Cass, 2 pitches, 2 outs here against Hatfield. And now for Fargo Oak Grove, looking to put a goose egg up and see if they can get the bats going in the top of the 4th inning here from Enderlin. Eli Boer reaching on fielder's choice with a run scored. Breaking ball is going to be out of the zone for a ball now at 1-0. So all the scoring so far in the bottom of the 2nd inning for Central Cass. Here's the 1-0 offering by the righty. This one going to be hit. Little nubber. Hatfield able to go 1 unassisted, and he goes 4 pitches in the inning to get 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 3 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. It's 4-0 in favor of Central Cass, with the Grovers coming to the plate.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with 3 Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
Deutsch, you look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone. And it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with 3 Borders Sports Network and yourliveevent.com. Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Top of the 4th inning here on yourliveevent.com. Central Cass and Fargo Oak Grove. Here it's the Region 1 baseball tournament. This has been a good-looking baseball game so far, as we're nearing the 45-minute mark here as we're into the top of the 4th inning. As Parker runs one up and in against Ashe here, as this will be 1-0. So Ashe, Ring, and Winter. Ashe 2 of 8 now in the tournament here today. Throughout this tournament for the Grovers. 0 for 1 here today. Parker with the pitch. This one will come in and hit him. So the 4th consecutive inning now for Fargo Oak Grove that they've had their leadoff man get aboard. 2 walks, an error, and a hit by pitch. But Parker has not allowed a run to come in. If that's not an announcer's jinx, I don't know what is. But at the end of the day, he's done a really good job to get out of a sticky situation with runners at 2nd and 3rd, back-to-back strikeouts of Hatfield and Ashe to retire this side. And then from there, a walk and a stolen base by Ring, but he struck out the side. An error by Maggio allowed Liebel to get on, and then 3 straight flyouts retired the Grovers. So what does Parker have up his sleeve now for Central Cass? The runner at first again is Ashe. Here's a bunt. going to be going to second base, and they get the lead runner. The relay not in time, but really good-looking play there by Parker to get the lead runner out as that goes to Covervig on the play. So 1-4 on the putout as Ring will reach base on a fielder's choice, and now there's one down here in the 4th inning. We've seen the pitchers field their position well between Hatfield and Parker here, particularly on that bunt. Ring would maybe want that one to come back a little bit. Unable to really hit it up the line, if you will, which made Parker just take it. And you heard here in Enderlin some of the guys saying, you know, go for 2, get the lead runner. You had the chance to do so. Here's the pitch. That'll miss up and into Winter. Today now 0 for 1 with a strikeout, now 1-0 in the count. Still to come on our post-game show. Make sure you stay tuned for that for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We'll hear from that particular player. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss out of the zone at 2-0. Also, our RDK Enterprises feature precision play the contest. We'll go over the final box and line score and get you set for what's coming up later today here in Enderlin as well. 2 balls, no strikes on the way to Winter with the runner Ring at first base being held on by Holzer. 2-0 foul back. Now it's 2-1. In the infield, Covervig, Maggio, and Boer with Mitchell behind the plates. Boer at third base, Broughton in left with Dakota at center, and Bussey, who's been busy today, particularly last half inning for Central Cass in the bottom of the top of the third. That one in there for a strike, now 2-2. Umpires again calling balls and strikes. Cale Hamry, Gareth Hansen at first, and Pat Adair at third base here, part of our umpiring crew. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and miss, and Winter is recorded for the strikeout. Strikeout number 7 here for Parker, and out number 2 here of the inning. Wildly effective, I think, is the really nice word to use for Parker so far, particularly in the first 2 innings. But for Peterson, the senior left fielder, 0 for 1 so far here today. Comes up. Here's the pitch on the way for Parker. That one will be at the knee for a strike at no balls and 1 strike. As you'll have the runner in Ring again, making his way, getting a little bit larger of a lead there. He'll stay put. Fastball will miss for a ball at 1 ball and 1 strike. Meininger due up next, and back to the top of the lineup here for the Grovers as they will look for a 2-out rally to brew here in the top of the 4th inning. Parker looks in. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Now it's 1-2. While on the opposite side for Central Cass, 8, 9, and 1 batters with Holzer, Bussey, and Broughton in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Peterson. Swung on, and back-to-back strikeouts to retire the side here for Parker and the Central Cass Squirrels. He's retired 8 batters via the strikeout, and all of them have been strike 3 swinging as well. On our Bank North scoreboard, it's 4-0 Central Cass on your live event.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Here's the pitch in there for a strike to Holzer, now 0-1. Hatfield with 5 more pitches to throw, then he is done for the tournament. Again, 135 is the limit for a tournament. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one is going to be fisted, a pop-up right to the first baseman, Dietz. And now all of a sudden 5 straight retired by Hatfield here On the mound for Fargo Oak Grove, Mason Bussey will dig in. Bussey again at that number 9 spot. You can really be a table setter for the top of the lineup, and that's exactly what he's been here for Coach Maggio in Enderlin here in this tournament. This will be in the dirt, missing for a ball at 1-0. So far, 4 runs scored here in the tournament, 4 of 6 from the plate with a run driven in as well. You couldn't ask for much more from anybody in a lineup, but much less in that number 9 hole. Here's the pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. We'll have updates for you throughout the day as well from Kindred for the Region 1 softball tournament. Jake Burkmeyer and Kevin Kochman on the call for you on that one here on your live event. Here's the 1-1 offering. That'll be in there for a strike now at 1-2. So the Oaks Tornadoes and the Northern Cache Jaguars in an elimination game coming up next after the conclusion of this game, after about a half hour once this game wraps up. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Hatfield. Takes his time, fires back a little bit, misses. Now it's 2-2. Following that game, it'll be Kindred Richland against the Enderlin Eagles, and then the winners of our next 2, Game 2 and Game 3, will play in the final elimination game later this afternoon in Enderlin. Breaking ball, and Hatfield now will hit his pitch count, so this will be his final batter officially here of the Region 1 baseball tournament. It's a matter of, does he go 3 1/3 or can he go 3 2/3 here and try to give, more than likely, it looks like, Ring to come on to try to finish it off. This is going to be hit in the air. That's going to be a high fly ball to right, but right to Meidinger, and that'll retire Mason Bussey. So Justin Petrick will come on here, and that'll do it for Trey Hatfield. Hatfield goes 3 2/3. He will sit down 6 consecutive Central Cass Squirrel batters, 5 hits. He does give up 4 runs, no walks, and no strikeouts here for Hatfield. We'll let you know who's coming in next here for the Grovers officially on yourliveevent.com.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, you're going to have Ring go from second to the mound. Hatfield will go from the mound to third. Lebo will go from third to first, and Dietz will go from first to second. So that's how you're going to have everything move around in the carousel here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers on our pitching change. But Hatfield, again, 3 2/3 innings. He is officially done here for this tournament as he has surpassed his pitches. This will be the first appearance for Ring here in the Region 1 baseball tournament, but really a tip of the cap to Trey Hatfield. After giving up a leadoff single in the first, he was able to work around it and left off Broughton. Then in the the second inning, 9 batters come up to the plate for Central Cass, and there were 4 singles but 3 costly errors that really hurt here for Hatfield. But after he got Maggio out on a grounder to Doctor, he recorded 6 consecutive outs to finish his outing here on the mound. So Hatfield, there's maybe a pitch or 2 that he's going to want back, but overall, considering he only had 10 pitches left before he was going to be officially done, able to get through 5 batters here on the mound for Fargo Oak Grove. A breaking ball to Logan Broughton will miss. That'll be 1-0. Logan Broughton, 3rd time through the lineup here for Central Cass today against Fargo Oak Grove. The 1-0 pitch is going to be hit in the air, and that's going to be to left field. Peterson will come in and see that one die in front of him. And Logan Broughton for the third time today, well, he's on base with a single here. That's what you want your leadoff man to do, as he's gotten a single, with a run scored and a stolen base here for Central Cass. After Sam Convervig, it'll be Braden Mitchell here for the Squirrels. Central Cass so far, 4 runs. They have 6 hits. They've left 3 runners on base with an error. For Fargo Oak Grove, scoreless. They have yet to get a hit today against Jackson Parker. Currently 3 errors, and they've had 5 runners left on base. Here's the pitch. That'll miss low, and it will be 1-0 on the way to Sam Convervig. Convervig today 0 for 1 in this tournament, is 1 of 8, but he does have 3 runs driven in. And stepping off will be Ring here on the mound, as they'll see kind of a gust of wind come in and take the step off. 285 down the right field line, 325 to straightaway center, and it jets out to 370 and left. Runner is going to be going here. Broughton is going to slide in at second base, as Logan Broughton now gets into scoring position here for Central Cass, as it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike upcoming on the count to Convervig. Squirrels with 4 runs on the second, looking to add to it now with a 2-out variety here in the 4th inning, as this one is fouled back now at 1-2. Top of the 5th inning, Meidinger, Liebel, and Doctor, 9, 1, and 2 batters for Fargo Oak Grove, as outs are starting to become a little bit of a problem for the Grovers if they're unable to score some runs here soon. This will miss for a ball at 2-2. Region 1 Baseball Tournament on YourLiveEvent.com. If you missed any of our coverage on Thursday, you can go back and search Your Live Event on our YouTube page and go to our website to rewatch those broadcasts. Now 3-2. You can rewatch a ton of broadcasts from this 2022-23 calendar year. Been a very productive year for the team that's home today in white in the Central Cass Squirrels as well. Here's the 3-2 pitch, popped up, and we'll see if there's a chance up the first base line. That'll be foul. Taking a look at the Squirrels going back and winning the girls and boys basketball championships in Minot and Bismarck for Coach Jay Bachman, and alongside for Coach Matt Norman. Here's the 3-2. That'll be in the dirt, and good walk on the way for Sam Convervig as he's able to reach base, and now they got the man in a rundown. Is he out? No. They had a chance to get Logan Broughton in a little bit of a rundown there, as he'll scamper to third base after they throw behind, and then the throw coming across here on the late steal there for Broughton, able to get in. As the sirens, it must be noon hour here in Enderlin, making its way through. So Convervig will reach for a walk. That'll be the first free pass against either Hatfield or Ring today. And now it's going to be the ever-dangerous Braden Mitchell. As right now Fargo Oak Grove puts on a sign here to see what they're going to do, particularly if Convervig does try to steal second. Sometimes you'll see the infielders cut off that throw and maybe get the lead runner with the speed of Broughton at third base. Convervig's going to go. Here's the pitch, off speed, and this will come out, and now the runner's going to come down, and a chance, and they can't get it. It's going to be a stolen base, followed by another stolen base here for the Central Cass Squirrels. So Broughton's going to come in to score. Convervig will take second, and just as we mentioned, what's the play that you put on at particular times, and it's now 5-0 in favor of Central Cass. So Broughton goes from first to second with a stolen base, the same on a delay to third, and then able to scamper in from third to home. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. That'll miss out of the count, as it's now 2-0 on the way here to Braden Mitchell. Mitchell 1 of 2 today with a single his last time up. Convervig at second base. Here's the pitch from Ring. That'll be in the dirt now, 3-0. And all of a sudden, Central Cass looking to keep the line moving here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning on our Bank North scoreboard. Dietz trying to hold Convervig close at second. Here's the 3-0 pitch in there for a strike at 3-1. At the knee, good location there for Ring. Mitchell's got the power, though, to uncork one here for the Squirrels. Here's the 3-1. I'll be out of the zone. Mitchell will take the walk here, and then we'll see if Cooper Johnson comes on and as a courtesy runner as Carter Maggio will dig in now for Central Cass. As we will have Cooper Johnson coming on here. He's having his graduation party a little bit later on today, so I know the family's happy that they were able to take care of business on Thursday and enjoy the graduation party a little bit later on here for Castleton, as that's the time of season. 1-2 runners at first and second. That'll miss for a ball to Maggio at 1-0. Able to enjoy some free food. I had a friend that had a root beer float opportunity where he had the 1919 keg of root beer and then all the vanilla ice cream you could have. Obviously, walking tacos, a little shredded pork action. That's always something you'll find at a good chunk of graduation open houses. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Maggio. Swung on and missed, now 1-2. Carter 0 for 2 today with a pair of grounders to the shortstop in Doctor. Ring one good pitch away from getting out of the jam here and just giving up 1 run in the inning. This will miss, and it's going to be in the dirt. That'll allow the runners to get up to second and third. As now all of a sudden it will be runners here in scoring position. So Cavalry goes to third, Johnson goes to second. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the way here to Carter Maggio. And then Dakota is due up next as the gust of wind is starting to make its way through. This is going to be hit in the air. There's a high fly ball. That's to left center field, and Ashe will come on and hold on to that one to retire the side. A big out there for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers because 2 runs were coming in for sure. Instead, it's just 1 run here for the Central Cass Squirrels off a 1 hit. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. 4 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass up by 5.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
Update for you from the Region 1 the softball tournament going on in Kindred. Hanging on to win is Hankinson Co-op over Enderlin. So Enderlin will play at 2 o'clock upcoming on Monday, while Hankinson will play the Central Cass Squirrels at 2 o'clock coming up later today. In the Region 1 softball tournament just getting underway will be Kindred Richland and Northern Cass. Here in Enderlin, we'll get to our recap in-game update here in a moment as it's 1-2 on the way to Noah Meidinger. This now will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Central Cass with 5 runs across. The Grovers have been able to get a runner on. That one just misses out of the zone at 3-2. So good at bat here for Meidinger. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Parker. This one swung on and missed, and Jackson gets his 9th strikeout and 3rd straight here in Enderlin. For the Central Cass Squirrels, Mason Butsy with an RBI single in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and Broughton with a 2 RBI single as well, shot down the 3rd baseline to make it 3-0 in favor of Central Cass. Here's the pitch on the way to Liebel. This one fouled. Liebel so far today 0 for 1 with a walk. And then Broughton came in to score off of a doctor error at short to make it 4-0. Then Broughton with a stolen base after a stolen base of Covervig. Here's one hit, a chance to break up the no-hitter, but instead just a nice little fly by Maggio going behind second base into short center fields for the pop-up there. A little line drive out. as we'll have now Grayson Doctor. So that's how they've scored so far here for Central Cass. Parker with the pitch. Breaking ball will go to the backstop now, 1-0. 5 batters came to plate in the first, 4 in the second, 4 in the third, 4 in the fourth. So Parker looking for his first 3 up, 3 down, half inning, as this one will miss as well. Now 2-0. The Grovers had their chance in the first. They were able to get runners at second and third, but then back-to-back strikeouts of Hatfield and Ashe retired the side. Ring was able to get to second in the second, and he was held there. Here's the 2-0 offering. That'll be in there for a strike at 2-1 as it pops the mitts. Leadoff man in Liebel reached base in the third, but held at first. And then same thing, a fielder's choice, and Ashe was able to be a hit by pitch, and then Ring reached base on a fielder's choice. And that's where the opportunities have been so far here for Fargo Oak Grove. Here's the 3-1 offering. This will run in and hit them. So the Squirrels, we'll see the Grovers have a base runner on here in every inning so far here today. That'll be walk number 5, 9 strikeouts and 4 2/3 innings here for Parker. As now you'll have Hermstead. Hermstead was a hitting machine. Kind of that Billy Bean baseball reference there in Moneyball. Hitting machine, as Brad Pitt would say. He was 4 for 4 against Kinder Richland yesterday. This one's going to be looked out, and that'll go into the residential area here in Enderlin. It'll be 0-1. Mason Hermstead so far in this tournament now 4 of 8 with a run driven in. Does have a walk to his name as well. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is that one might get in front of the left fielder, and it does. There goes the no-hitter as Hermstead gets the single. Able to get to second base is Doctor, and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers will have something brewing here, a 2-out variety in the top of the 5th inning as Nestler will come on and courtesy run here for Hermstead. First hit given up by Jackson Parker as we go to Trey Hatfield now, and for Fargo Oak Grove, can they keep the line moving here in the top of the 5th inning as, again, outs are becoming few and far between as we get to that 7th. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on and foul back, now 0-1. Third time through the lineup again here for Fargo Oak Grove. For the Squirrels, they'll be sending 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate. Carter Dakota to lead things off for Central Cass. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way as we're into the noon hour, and this contest getting nearly 70 minutes old. As we'll have a time here by Hatfield. Runner at second is Dr. Nestler at first base here for Fargo Oak Grove. So for Parker right now looking to get out of a situation like he did in the first with runners on base. This one will be fouled back now 0-2. Just the second time against Parker that Fargo Oak Grove has been able to have 2 runners on. So no balls, 2 strikes. So far today, Hatfield with a strikeout and a fly out to Broughton and left. The 0-2 pitch, runner's going to go, a little bit of a delayed steal, and he's going to be in there safely at third base as with the left foot there. Sliding in is Doctor. The runner, Nestler, stays put at first, however. So a stolen base for Grayson as he gets a little bit closer to home, and now you'll have runners at the corners with a 1-2 count upcoming. And the pitch. Breaking ball, that'll just miss out of the zone at 2-2 as our camera's starting to shake a little bit as the Oaks Tornadoes are out there on the center field camera. Well, with the coming up and down the steps. Here's the 2-2. This is hit on the ground right up the middle, and that's going to be a run batted in here on the way for Trey Hatfield. It's now 5-1 Central Cass, and the Grovers, well, they keep the line moving here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. So Doctor, the stolen base, helps as he's able to come in and score. Nestler now at second base. So a run scored here for Doctor, a run driven in here for Hatfield as Ashe has a chance to keep it going here in the 5th. First pitch swinging is Ashe. That's going to be popped up. The first baseman, Holzer, goes across, and that'll retire the side, and the Grovers here on 1 pitch. So for Fargo Oak Grove, they do send 6 batters to the plate. They score a run with a couple of singles. There were no errors, and you had 2 runners left on base. On our Bank North scoreboard, the Grovers cut into that deficit. The Squirrels, though, coming to the plate up by 4 on your live event.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go for Jackson Parker. 83 pitches so far through 5 innings of work. So he has done a really nice job for Coach Maggio and the Central Cass Squirrels here today to put up a bunch of goose eggs up so far. Now Ring will come on here for Fargo Oak Grove. After finishing off the 4th inning, he will throw a first pitch strike to Dakota here in the bottom of the 5th. So again, Dakota, Shoemaker, and Boer here. Ring will step in. The pitch, this one's going to be popped up. That's going to be, see if it's in foul play, and it's going to be a drop between Liebel and Dietz there, the first and second baseman. So it'll just be a loud strike here to Dakota. 4 runs so far charged against Hatfield, 1 run charged against Ring. Ring also does have a hit against him and a walk as well. So right now, for Central Cass, up by 4. This one is going to be a 3-grounder to Hatfield, and Hatfield bobbles that one, and that'll be an error on the way here for the third baseman and allow Dakota to get to first base. The error number 4 so far here for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, as now Joe Shoemaker here will step up to the plate. Liebel holding on Dakota. Carter's got wheels. We'll see if he tries to steal a base and get into scoring position. He'll step off here. Hatfield at third with Doctor at short, Dietz, and then Liebel with Hermstead behind the plate. Here for Fargo Oak Grove. Here's the pitch on the way as Dakota again takes his lead. This one's going to be bopped up and a chance, but it'll make it now 0-1 on the way with Joe. Region 1 softball tournament here on yourliveevent.com. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, including our pregame show sponsor of Irie Insurance. For upcoming hail policies to protect your crop throughout this summer season, find your local Irie Insurance agent by going online to irieins.com. Here's the 0-1 offering. There's the pick throw opportunity. Just steps off, though, however, as it's 0-1. But a gorgeous day here in Enderlin from what we saw on Thursday. Here's the bunt, as this will go right up to the third base, make it the first base dugout here. Now 0-2. Throughout today, supposed to just get a little bit warmer, unlike on Thursday, just got a little cooler as we saw blankets. Some parkas were out today, maybe a little mixed bag of t-shirt, shorts. Maybe you have that sitting in the shade a little bit cooler, have that hoodie on, that sweatshirt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Instead it'll be a pick throw. Diving back safely is going to be Dakota. For Fargo Oak Grove, it's about not allowing Central Cass to regain anything here and adding a run or two. Down by 4 against a good pitcher so far with Parker. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go, fouled off, and now it'll be 0-2. After Joe will be Eli Boer due up here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Winner of this game will play at 7 o'clock in the championship on Monday, and then they will have to be beaten twice to not advance to Minot. If they just win one game in that Monday, or potentially if it gets to a Tuesday, they will move to the Corbett Field in the Magic City. The loser of this game plays an elimination game on Monday at 5 o'clock. Here's the pitch. Check swing did not go through. Now 1-2. The location of that game is to be determined, barring what happens in our next couple of contests here today in Enderlin. Here's the 1-2 offering on the way. Will come in. Quick whip throw back to first. Staying there. Nice play by Hermstead. Liebel applies the tag, but getting back is Carter Verkota. Verkota kind of had that secondary lead, so trying to keep him as close as he can to first base right now is Fargo Oak Grove. Here's the 2-ball, 2-strike count upcoming here to Joe. This is going to be hit on the ground and then off the pitcher's glove. There it goes to Hatfield. And now the runner will go all the way to third base here in Verkota. So a tough one there on the play, as that went right off a Ring's glove, went to Hatfield, and Hatfield on the throw threw the first baseman up. So the official score will give that an infield base knock here in Enderlin. So you'll have runners at the corners here with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now all of a sudden Central Cass will continue here against Ring on the mound, trying to add to their lead. The runner goes from second base. Here's the throw down, and they got him. Yes, they do. Joe Shoemaker is thrown out here. Hermstead able to go to Dietz to apply the tag, and I think there was a missed sign there because right away Joe was looking down to third and kind of put his hands up to, if you will say, maybe he was waiting for Verkota to do that double steal that we saw so far earlier. So now there's one down here with the caught stealing to Eli Boer with a runner at third. He'll be in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and for Fargo Oak Grove, they'll play the corner infielders in as Liebel is on the grass here for the Grovers. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That'll miss for a ball at 2-1. So for Fargo Oak Grove right now, with Ring, nice big out there with Hermstead, able to throw down to second to get out number 1 here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Ring with the offering. That'll miss out of the zone. Now 3-1. So for Central Cass right now, 4 runs in the second, 1 run in the 4th, and trying to get it back to a 5-run lead here with Verkota at third. The 3-1 pitch going to be hit on the ground. That's going to go to the shortstop. Doctor looked to see if he can maybe get Verkota, but takes the sure out on the way. 6-3 on the put-up, but Eli is going to get the run driven in here, and that run will go against the Ring, and all of a sudden now Central Cass takes a 6-1 lead on our Bank North scoreboard. So a little small ball here. They take advantage of the air to bring Verkota to come in. So 6-1 in favor of Central Cass. The pitch upcoming here to Holzer. That'll be out of the zone at 1-0. So good job by Eli just getting it past the Ring on the ground. And with the infield not coming so far in off the grass there, just Doctor making the smart choice as Verkota was really off right away when that ball was hit on the ground. And he's got some wheels to burn as well. So 2-0 on the way to Holzer, who's 0 for 2 today with a couple of pop-outs. This one will be in there for a strike at 2-1. He popped out to Dietz at first base in the 4th inning, then popped out to Hatfield in the 2nd inning on the mound, did Holzer. So 2 balls, 1 strike here to Holzer. That'll miss for a ball, now 3-1. Waiting intently for this game to wrap up. Oaks and Northern Cass as they will play the next contest here on YourLiveEvent.com. The 3-1 pitch. That'll miss for a ball, and Holzer works a walk. So Hatfield went 3 2/3 innings of work. No walks, no strikeouts, 5 hits against, and 4 runs. And so far for Ring, he's gone an inning in relief. And he's given up a couple of hits, as this one will be in there for a strike. So far, 2 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts here for Ring, as Mason Bussey 1 of 2 today with a run driven in and a run scored. This will be hit on the ground. Doctor will have to go across and try to get a quick speeding bussy, and he does by a half step. 6-3 on the put up, but a run does come in off a one hit. There was an error and also one runner left on base. New score on our Bank North scoreboard, 6-1 in favor of Central Cass on your liveevent.com.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Top of the 6th inning here on yourliveevent.com. It's Central Cass and Fargo Oak Grove. It's the Region 1 baseball tournament here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin between the Squirrels and the Grovers. 83 pitches for Jackson Parker, on for his 6th inning of work, and he delivers a strike at the knee. It's now 0-1. So you have Ring, Winter, and Peterson here, 6, 7, 8 batters in the lineup. This is going to be a difficult play, but Holzer does it nicely. By difficult, sometimes it's low ball, but he flips it over to Parker, and then that's going to be a drop ball, so that'll be an error on the play on that one, and now it's going to be a runner on. So now all of a sudden it's going to be Zach Winter coming up with the runner at first base. Holzer again did a good job with the flip, and then by the time it kind of came to Parker, just bobbled there for Central Cass. So now all of a sudden, the Squirrels will see the Grovers have their 5th time with a leadoff runner on here. A Ring at first, stays put. First pitch swinging is Zach Winter, now 0-1. So those are just the difficult situations that you encounter at particular times. As we mentioned, that just a slow ground ball, sometimes you try to work a little bit ahead, if you will, maybe just not seeing it come completely into the glove at particular times. Almost, if you will, in football, you're coming across the middle and you see a seam open up, and then you're looking towards the seam, not the ball, and you just drop it. Here's the 0-1 offering. This one's going to be popped up, but foul. Now 0-2. So Zach Winter looking for his first hit here today, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, but he gives it everything when he's up there, giving it a good swing through the zone. Now it's just about making some contact. This one swung on and missed, and Parker gets his 10th strikeout. So Parker has a strikeout, at least in the first. It's a second. Also the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings here for Central Cass. 10 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 hits so far today, and 1 down now, as there's the back as Holzer is keeping the runner on here at the Ring. Boer in on the grass at third, and the pitch here to Peterson. This one will run up for a ball, now 1-0. On our Bank North scoreboard, proud members of their communities, member FDIC, go to ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com for more information. And to also find a branch near you coming up throughout the week. Swung on and missed. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. So Ring at first base, a strikeout here with Winter. What can Peterson do here? As that will be a fastball up in the zone, now 1-2. Bottom of the lineup so far today for Oak Grove, 0 for 7, all strikeouts swinging. And now it's going to be the 1-2. Runner's going to go down. Here's the throw and a save. Trying to apply the tag was covering on the one hopper there from Mitchell, but getting in there safely is going to be Ring with the stolen base. And Fargo Oak Grove trying to chip into this deficit. Down by 5 here in the top of the 6th. That'll miss for a ball. So for Parker right now, it'll be a 3-2 pitch upcoming here to Peterson. After Ring is in scoring position, the pitch. This is going to be hit in the air. A lazy fly ball gives enough time for Dakota to come in to center and record the out, as it's going to be Noah Meininger now here for the Grovers. 0 for 2 today, coming up to the plate. For Central Cass, they'll be in the bottom of the 6th inning, top of the lineup. Broughton, Covervig, and Mitchell, the 4th time through here for the Squirrels. First pitch swung on and missed by Meininger. Noah so far with a run scored, a walk here this tournament as well. But in this game, looking to get a 2-out rally going here for the Grovers. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-2. Parker comes with a fastball, then he pulls the string. What is he going to have now on the 0-2 pitch upcoming? The delivery just misses low, now 1-2. Cale Hamry calling balls and strikes. Pat Adair at third base, and Gareth Hansen, our first base umpire here this morning in the afternoon, and Parker gets his 11th strikeout. So all of a sudden for the Grovers, able to get their leadoff man on, but stranded at second base there in Ring. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 5.5 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. The Squirrels up by 5.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here on YourLiveEvent.com as we take a look in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kindred Richland leads Northern Cass 2-0 at the Region 1 softball tournament. The winner of that game will play Hillsborough Central Valley a little bit later on in Kindred. You have earlier today Hankinson Co-op, the Pirate fast pitch, picking up a win over the Enderlin Eagles as the Pirates will move on and play Central Cass. That game roughly at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Here's the pitch on the way for Ring, as Ring will go up against Broughton, Covervig, and Mitchell. So 0 for 1 today in the count now here to Broughton. This one will be in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. Logan, 3 hits, 3 times up, 3 stolen bases, 2 runs scored. He has put himself in the position with him and also the pitcher here in Jackson Parker as in the clubhouse, maybe our Enbridge Energy players of the game with what they've been able to do so far. Parker obviously getting a no-hit variety into the 5th inning here for Central Cass. Here's the pitch. This is going to be hit in the air, and that's going to be to right center field. And a nice, out of the glove of Ashe. Broughton rounds first, on his way to second. And it's a leadoff man will come on here and get on for Central Cass. And we'll see if they count that as a hit or an error on the play. Tough play with Ashe going into right center. We're going to give it the base knock on the way for the double. And Ring will give up his first hit of the leadoff batter here with Logan Broughton. So now all of a sudden the Squirrels looking to add some insurance, up by 5 right now. But Broughton in scoring position. Covervig's going to come on and bunt. Ring will able to go to first base here. To Liebel, that'll be 1-3 as Broughton will go now to third as there's one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brady Mitchell, 1 of 2 today with a single and a hit so far, with a walk as well. The pitch. This is going to be popped up, and a chance for the first baseman here with Liebel. Liebel makes a nice play. As now you'll have 2 down here for Central Cass in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's up to Carter Maggio to try to drive in the runner from third in Logan Broughton. Maggio with a pair of grounders to short, and then also a fly out to Ashe as last time up. Logan Broughton stands at third base. The pitch. This is going to be hit in the air. That's to right center field. Coming in as the right fielder, Meidinger, to retire the side. So nice tidy inning here for Ring on the mound. Leadoff double, no runs, a hit, no errors, and runner left on base. The Grovers down to their final 3 outs when we return here in Enderlin on your liveevent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Top of the 7th we go here on our Bank North scoreboard. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here down in Enderlin, North Dakota. A gorgeous day for the Region 1 baseball tournament. We'll have the next 3 games also here on your liveevent.com as the Grovers are down to their final 3 outs here, as it's going to be the top of the lineup. So if there's a chance to get something going here, the 4th time through against Parker, it's Liebel, Doctor, and Hermstead. 6-inning pitch so far for Parker. Just 2 hits, 5 walks, and 11 strikeouts. This one will miss out of the zone. Be 1-0. So far today for Liebel is 0 for 2 from the plate with a walk and a reach base on an error as well, as this one foul back. Now it'll be 1-1. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show, where again we'll hear from our victorious Enbridge Energy player of the game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is going to be smashed, and, well, that's how you'll start things off if you're the Grovers. Leadoff single here, and, well, it's about being productive with those outs and also just moving the ladder 1 time through. So 3rd hit against Parker. This is now Grayson Doctor will step up. You win this game, you set yourself up nicely on Monday and, if needed, on Tuesday. This will miss for a ball at 1-0. Both teams, this is their 3rd game of the Regional 1 baseball tournament. One team would just like to play 4, and that would be it, and be the region champs. That'll run up now 2-0. Runner at first base is Cameron Liebel, being held on there by Holzer. Doctor so far today 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Breaking ball in there for a strike, now 2-1. Jonathan Ashe, Hatfield, Hermstead coming up. This is going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to be by Holzer. Rounding second, on his way to third is going to be Liebel. Here comes the relay, and they'll just eat it there with Kavervig, and it's back-to-back base knocks here for the Grovers, who are starting to knock on the door to get things going here in the top of the 7th inning. So Liebel will go from 1st to 3rd. Doctor with a base knock. Hit number 4 here, and runners will be at the corners as Coach Maggio is going to come out here and talk it over with the Central Cass Squirrels. So for Fargo Oak Grove, getting a little bit closer here. You're down by 5, and all of a sudden you kind of go back through and look how big that run potentially is at the bottom of the 5th inning that the Squirrels were able to score with an Eli Boer run driven in. Otherwise, it'd be a 4-run game instead of a 5-run contest. But for the Grovers, An opposite field hit for Liebel, an opposite field hit for Doctor. And we'll see what Mason Hermstead can do so far today. 1 of 2 from the plate with a walk and a single. Back his last time up in the 5th inning. Holzer holding the runner on at first, and Dr. Liebel at third base with Boer playing in on the dirt. The middle infielders will look to turn 2 if they can. This will be in there for a strike at 0-1 to Hermstead. Jackson Parker looking to finish things off here for Central Cass, but he still needs 3 outs as the Grovers have runners aboard here in the 7th. This is going to be hit high, but down the third base line, and there's possibly some indentation on a foul ball of a person's vehicle that we saw once or twice on Thursday here in that fair territory. The Grovers left 2 runners on in the first. They left 2 runners on in the third. They've left at least 1 on in every inning so far here against Parker. This one will come up and hit him. And the Grovers, it doesn't matter how, just get guys on. Hermstead will take his base, a hit by pitch. 6-3 pass that Parker has given up. Doctor goes to second, and the bases are loaded as we'll have Nestler come on and courtesy run. And the Grovers looking for that lucky charm, and that lucky charm is on the on-deck circle in Jonathan Ashe. If they can get Hatfield on in some way, all of a sudden the tying run for Oak Grove would come to the plate. That's the move right now for the Grovers. How can you get that tying run to the plate? Bases loaded, first pitch swinging on the way. This is going to be bopped by Boer. Boer will try to apply the tag. He does. Boer does a good job keeping that baseball somewhere in front of him. Grayson Doctor is retired. Liebel comes in to score. Hatfield will reach on a fielder's choice. He does get the run driven in, and then Nestler goes to second base. So the Squirrels will take the out. Grovers obviously will take the run. As we mentioned, if you're going to have an out, it needs to be a productive out for Oak Grove. First pitch swinging again. This will go back to Eli Boer. He'll go to third base, and all of a sudden back-to-back pitches goes to the third baseman here. And now being retired is Nestler. So Hatfield goes to second. Ashe able to reach base on the fielder's choice, and now it's to Jake Ring. Ring today 0 for 2 from the plate with a walk and a stolen base. As right now for Parker, would love another grounder to Boer, but instead taking a strike is going to be Ring. A single, followed by a hit by pitch, and then a fielder's choice, and a fielder's choice here 6-2. The old offering upcoming. This one foul back. And now the opportunity lies here with Parker with one more chance to get a strike here and finish things off. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. This is going to be popped in up the first base line, but well foul. And we'll keep it at 0-2 again. So at second base again is Hatfield. Ashe sits at first. This is batter number 6 going up against Parker here in the 7th inning for the Grovers. The 0-2 offering. Breaking ball. Strike 3. Swinging to finish this contest off as the Central Cass Squirrels have earned the victory here in a time that finishes in an hour and nearly 40 minutes, an hour 39 here today. Parker gets the strikeout here for the Central Cass Squirrels. He will be the winning pitcher of record. The losing pitcher of record coming out here will be Trey Hatfield as Central Cass picks up the victory and moves to 11-6 on the season. They move to the championship game upcoming on Monday night at 7. Oak Grove will play an elimination game on Monday at 5 o'clock with locations to be determined. So for the Central Cass Squirrels, the back-to-back region baseball champ back in the championship upcoming again here in 2023. That's a final on our Bank North scoreboard. Stay tuned to our post-game show coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Join us. Here's our Enbridge Energy player of the game. That again is Jackson Parker. Goes the complete game, 4 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks, and 12 strikeouts to get the strikeout with ring to finish things off as well. Jackson, congratulations on the win. What does it mean, first and foremost, to get back to a Region 1 championship upcoming here on Monday?
Yeah, it means a lot. We started off slow this year, lost that first game against Northern Cass, and just getting back and winning these 3, going to the championships just feels good.
In the first inning, the Grovers able to get a couple of guys on via some walks, but you're still able to work the strikeouts, able to strike out this side as well. Then in the second inning, what did you kind of find from yourself there kind of in late in the first into the second to get out of a little bit of a jam, then kind of find some rhythm throughout the rest of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to trust my infield, just throw strikes, trust they were going to make the play, and it worked, so feeling the stuff.
Able to get a little bit of a runs that came in, 4 runs in the second. What's it like as a pitcher when you're able to play with a lead when you're on the mound here in a postseason environment?
Yeah, when they're hitting the ball and scoring runs, it makes it just so much easier. It just makes me just feel so confident out there throwing strikes, and that's all I need to do.
And then behind the plate with you as well, Mitchell, it just seemed like you're playing catch at particular times. They always say, like, go in the backyard, just play catch. What was that rhythm like with you guys as that battering ram?
Yeah, I mean, I trust him to block that ball if I put in the dirt, and he's been catching great all year, and it's a good catcher relationship right there.
Final thing for you, Logan Broughton, your leadoff man, 4 hits today, 3 stolen bases, 2 runs scored, and also was able to get 3 singles with a double. How about the table setter, if you will? Mason Bussey and Broughton, those 2 guys really got things going for you.
Yeah, they've been great all year. Logan's a great leadoff guy. He's good at getting on base, doesn't strike out much, and he's just been amazing all year.
Hey, Jackson, thanks so much for your time. Grab a shirt behind you before he lets you go, and best of luck, and we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
That, again, is Jackson Parker. We're back on our post-game show after this.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, about 25 minutes or so from now, roughly, will be Northern Cass and Oaks in an elimination game. Let's take a look at the finals here in this one. Again, Jackson Parker picks up the win, a complete game, able to give up 2 runs, 4 hits, strike out 12 with 6 walks here today for the Central Cass Squirrels. Squirrels, 6 runs, 8 hits, and error. And for Central Cass as well, they left 7 runners on base here for the Squirrels. For Fargo Oak Grove, 2 runs as they were able to have 4 hits again off of Parker. They did commit 3 errors in the second and 1 in the fifth for 4 total. The one thing the Grovers are going to kind of bite themselves a little bit is runners left on base. 10 in this game, 2 in the first, 2 in the fifth, and 2 in the 7th. For the Squirrels, Logan Broughton goes 4 for 4 from the plate with 2 runs scored coming in as well. Broughton also with a 2 RBI base knock in the bottom of the second inning. Sam Covervig able to finish this one 0 of 3 from the plate, 0 of 2 that is with a walk. Braden Mitchell able to go 1 of 3 with a single. Carter Maggio 0 for 4. Carter Dakota able to get a run scored with a single as well. Joe Shoemaker goes 1 of 3 today with a run scored. Eli Boer reached on a fielder's choice in the second, did come in to score a run. He goes 0 for 3. Cole Holzer 0 for 2 with a walk, and Mason Bussey is able to get a single with a run scored back in the second and a run driven in as well here for Central Cass. Cameron Liebel goes 0 for 3 from the plate, 1 of 3 from the plate with a single and a run scored. Grayson Doctor, he would finish 1 of 3 from the plate with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Mason Hermstead able to get on base twice via the hit by pitch and a walk. He would go 1 of 2 today with a single. Trey Hatfield with 2 runs driven in. A single here for Central for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Jonathan Ashe, hit by a pitch in the 4th inning, would end up going 0 for 3. Ring in this contest would go 0 for 3 with a walk. Winter 0 for 3, Peterson 0 for 3, and Noah Meininger 0 for 3 as well. Contest that goes an hour and 39 minutes. Hatfield 3 2/3 innings work, 5 hits, 4 runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Ring with 3 walks, no strikeouts, a couple of runs given up in relief too, and also would finish this game with 3 hits against as well for Ring. So Central Cass now 11-6. Oak Grove drops to 7-9. The Grovers play at 5 o'clock on Monday in an elimination contest, while Central Cass makes it to the championship at 7 o'clock on Monday afternoon. Coming up next, it's Northern Cass and Oaks, followed by Kindred, Richland, Enderlin, and then our final elimination game coming up later on tonight as well. That does it for this game 1 of 4. We're back after this in about 10 minutes or so for a pregame between Northern Cass and Oaks here on YourLiveEvent.com.